Many farmers think dairy farming must start with cows, but what if I told you goats can give you quality milk, steady income, and need far less space and capital? Welcome back to Farm Focus Africa, and in today's video we are talking about dairy goat farming, the best breeds, costs, milk production, and whether it's truly profitable for small-scale farmers in Africa. If you're thinking of starting agribusiness, make sure you watch till the end. If you enjoy practical farming content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a fellow farmer.
We want now to see what are the requirements when you are starting goat keeping. When you are starting goat keeping, you start with pen, which is very important, constructing goat pen. And in goat pen, when you are constructing a goat pen, it has the sizes. So for instance, if you look at this, when you are constructing a goat pen, there is measurement. A goat pen should be raised from the ground to this place, that is to the floor now, that is 2 feet. Why? Because we want the droppings of the cow, of the goats, to drop there down, and when the sweeper or the caretaker is taking care of, can sweep it easily. So then the sizes of the cage should be, this is 4 feet, then by 3, or 4 by 5. That is the minimum or the standard size of a goat pen cage. So let us enter inside and see how the goats are and how it looks like. So you are welcome. So when you enter here, this is the most sensitive place, because these are the animals which are called goats. And if you look at their side, these 2 cages, they have kins. This side have male kins, or the kins, male kins, then or back. On the other side, we have the female kins, or that is doe. So we don't mix female and male, just like how the boys stay. Because this, if you mix them, sometimes they can mature without early maturity, then they mate. So to avoid that, or to avoid inbreeding, because these are brothers and sisters, so to avoid this, you have to keep them separated. So when it comes to, when you are starting goat keeping, there is important thing you should know. There are keys, or 3 keys you should know. The first key is about feeding. The second key is about breeding, and the third key is about recording. So when it comes to breed, my farm has alpine goats. Okay, I have alpine goats. Why do I keep alpine goats, or why did I start with alpine goats? A farmer who is starting, or a farmer who has no knowledge in goat farming, he should start with the alpine goats, because alpine goats are always harmed when it comes to diseases. They resist. But before that, we have 3 types of goats. We have alpine goat, we have Saanen goat, and token bag. So when it comes to resistance in diseases, token bag is number one. It resists. Token bag can, sorry, still not the alpine. I'm sorry. Alpine is the most, it is always harder than others. So alpine, if in the case of diseases, alpine will keep on going. So alpine is the best when it comes to resisting the diseases. When it comes to the one which is poor in resisting the diseases, Sanen. So Sanen is number two when it comes to poor resistance. Then we have token bag. So this goats, the best goat to start with, if you are starting goat keeping, it is advisable to start with alpine, because alpine they resist. Then in alpine there are three types of alpine. We have British alpine, we have French alpine, and German alpine. So these goats, what I have now is German alpine. You can see the color. This is the color of. Hey you, come on. This is German goat or alpine, yeah. So it has this strip there which goes down there, and these strips. You can see it is like antelope. So, but British, French, and alpine, German, they are all the same when it comes to milk production and the resistance in diseases. So, for instance, if you give these goats feed which has aflatoxin, the first goat to die will be Sanen, seconded by token bag. The third, this one will survive or die. So I always advise farmers to start with alpine, so that when you come to keep Sanen, you have the experience, because what is required before investing in goat keeping, you have to invest in knowledge and mentorship. Without that, you cannot wake up and keep the goats just like that. So we were talking about the cages, and when you look inside the cages should have space. You can look at this cage and see they have spaces which are there, and this space you have to, we normally put them because of what? The droppings will fall down. So the dropping will not stay on top, but every day you have to sweep, so that the goat should be in a clean area. So you can see the dropping down there. They are meant to be swept every morning, so that the goat can be clean, because goats, they require cleanliness. No. This one, when they start feeding, that is the time they die. And why should they die? They die because of contamination, food contamination. They die if the cage, you can see like my cage is now covered very well. There is no direct wind. So they will not be subjected to pneumonia, because even these big goats, if the cage is, if you put your goat outside, they will be subjected to pneumonia, because they don't like cold, They don't like somewhere where when the rain falls, they will be wet. If you look at these kids, the cage is dry, so they sleep well. So the mortality, to reduce the mortality of goat kids, a farmer is hereby advised. First, when they start feeding, you feed consistent feed. You don't mix, you don't change. And if you want to change, you change slowly by slowly. Because if you look at this, what these goats are eating, it is not the same as the one the kids are eating. This one they are eating special feed. So after 4 months or 3 months, I will start introducing them to the feeds which these big animals or goats are feeding, but very gradually, slowly by slowly. You don't change at once. If you change at once, they will die. So these small kids, they don't eat. You don't have to, as a farmer, you don't have to give them wet feed. They require dry. So if they eat dry, the cases of broughting, no. Because this they brought and they die within some hours. If it brought at night, in the morning, before the vet come, it is dead. Even these big ones. So we normally give them dry fish, hay. We mix with some super vines. So they eat well balanced diet. Then this one they depend on super nipping grass, Guatemala, any other fodder, super vines, hay. You mix. So when you mix like that, they will always eat a TMR, that is total mixed ratio. So on the side of these big goats, they also require a sensitive, tender care. A farmer should always have tender care love. So make sure that these goats, they know you. You don't beat them every time. Okay? You come, you touch them, they don't fight. Even the bats, they should not fight. That is tender care love. When it comes to feeding these animals, you have to feed them dry matter, something that has wilted. Okay? So feeding your animal wet or cut and feed, now we go to the farm, we cut, we give them, you subject them to diarrhea. And the diarrhea, if these goats start diarrheaing, it takes just 24 hours for a goat to die. So those are the diseases, that is diarrheaing, pneumonia. Those are the most common disease that kills the goat, and they can finish. And the same thing, that is the one they kills these young kids, because if the place they are sleeping is wet, they will be infected with coccidiosis. So they start diarrhea, they die. So when you are keeping goats, you should always be clean. Always clean. The cage should be covered very well. No direct wind. Then well spaced or ventilated. So you can see even there is no smell here. So that is how we normally do when it comes on goat farming.
Can you talk about the production of these three alpine?
Alpine, they produce the same. The same. But so alpine, there are three types of alpine, but they produce the same. But when it comes to alpine, Toggenburg and Saanen, Saanen is number one in milk production. But the milk is is it thing or right here? It is right. But the taking care of salmon needs a lot of tender care. Number two, when it comes to production, Toggenburg. Urban comes number three. But there is another thing you should know. These goats, we talked about the three keys. We said breeding. So you can find that salmon can produce even 4 liters. Even Alpine can produce 4 liters. How? By breeding. You keep on breeding, and you breed with pedigree. If you breed with the pedigree, like now this young Alpine here, this is the mother. So this one will produce more milk because the father is Alpine. And what matters in milk production? Back, the male.
The male is the one that
matters. So if you wanted to destroy the breeding system of this, you bring just a local breed, you destroy that chain. Yeah. So what is required is breeding. So even Alpine can produce 4 liters. What is required is breeding. You breed, you be serious on breeding. Yeah.
Can you be able to crossbreed an Alpine and a salmon perhaps?
Yes, you can crossbreed. And when you crossbreed, you don't get the real thing, the original thing. So crossbreeding, some people will crossbreed, but when you crossbreed, you don't get the real breed. So what is important, you should not crossbreed. You should venture on a serious business. If it is Alpine, breed with Alpine. If it is Toggenburg, Toggenburg. If it is salmon, salmon. Because most of the time, if we can say that let us now look for a salmon, you will trouble before you get salmon because of those complications. Yeah. So people prefer making their own breed. You breed, if it is Alpine, you breed Alpine because Alpine can grow in any place, even in Garissa. The only thing it cannot do in Garissa, walking with the others, with this one, it cannot walk. But if you put it in somewhere in a cage, it will survive.
Okay, you mentioned that it is important that you feed the goats dry matter.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, is it this breed that works better with the dry matter? Because the local breeds, they eat green matter.
Yes. So these goats are meant for, this is agri-business. In agri-business, you follow the rules and the regulation. So since I'm dealing with dairy goods, you cannot feed them anything. You cannot go there and cut those green vegetables and bring inside there so that you can feed your animals. Because by the end of the day, you require milk. If you feed like that, they will not produce milk.
So does it mean that with the dry fodder, normally farmers say that dry fodder makes them drink more water and more milk?
Yes. When you feed your animals with cut and feed methods, that is, let's say you are feeding them with, you go and cut super napier. It has a lot of water. So the goat will eat, but it will not drink water. That water inside the grass, it will not help the goat. So if you feed your goat dry matter, it will produce more milk because it takes a lot of water. If a goat takes a lot of water, the diseases are kept at bay. But if you feed this green matter, some of them they have an insect larvae, whatever. So you find that they are subjected to worms and whatever, diseases, diarrhea, so they cannot produce milk. Yeah, so when it comes to dairy farming, dairy goats, you cannot feed them with anything you find or you collect. You just you keep them inside so that you can maneuver and you can know that they are supposed to take TMR, that the total mixed ratio. So like now you can see this one is eating that stone there. This one was also, you can see they are eating. So you can see they are enjoying. Then during the feeding time, you can add another salt or mineral. So that is how you manage these goats which are in dairy farming.
How long do you take before you introduce a kid to
a kid after being born, it takes 1 month and a half. So it starts biting. By the end of the second month, it starts eating. So after several days, it starts chewing the cans. So after 3 months, like now these are now 3 months, and you can see they are eating very well. Yeah, those one, they are supposed, they are almost 3 months, but not yet complete. They have several days there, like 14 days. Yeah, but you can see they are eating very well. They are comfortable, no diseases. Yeah, they are active. Yeah, because this is the sensitive area of goat. If you kill this or they die, you lose that is a big loss.
Vaccination for these kids. Is there any vaccination that you do?
Yeah, you normally when it comes to PPR, you vaccinate them so that they can kill those diseases like ticks, that which are brought by ticks, yeah, cannot attack them. There are these diseases like coccidiosis, you see, which is very dangerous, yeah. So those are there are some I think 2 vaccination for pneumonia, PPR, so that your kids can grow well. Then sometimes you give them multivitamin. You inject them with the multivitamin. Inject. Then you can give them. You can do deworming. So when you follow that way, your kids will always be safe, or your goats will always be safe.